Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the grammar and vocabulary class for IELTS. Today, class is number 9. Today, we are going to finish what we have started, or not to finish actually, to focus on two more issues today and tomorrow, inshallah. How to build up, we say, complex structures. And today we are going to talk about relative clauses. And there are two types of relative clauses. Relative means there is a relationship between the ideas in the sentence or in the sentence. This is an advanced level of grammar, and we need this level to give two or more ideas. Suleiman, we have already started this in the IELTS course yesterday, if you remember, and this is a continuation of what you have already taken yesterday, because I'm giving part of this issue in my class too as well. But anyway, today we are going to talk in detail about two types of relatives, and they are called defining al-mu'arrifa and non-defining clauses. العبارات المعرفة أو المعرفة والغير معرفة. And in these two cases, we are going to deal about meaning. The most important thing is meaning. And we have one main idea. What is this main idea? One main idea. The main idea, we have something called the main clause, العبارة الرئيسية, which carries the main meaning. And we say the supporting clause, supporting. Okay, supporting clause. Supporting gives extra meaning. Supporting, it is not the main, but it supports the main with some issues. I'm going to be very slowly here, and because if you are able to use these relative clauses, I'm sure you are going to have more than band 6 in IELTS. That means 7 and more, because this is a very important topic in, we say, complex structures. The class of today, we have relative clauses, and we have what's called participles, inshallah. We are going to take it tomorrow, bi'idnihi ta'ala. A defining relative clause gives specific information about the person. Specific means important. About a person or a thing. It comes immediately after the noun it describes. So if I have a noun, a person, name, whatever, we have this clause after it. For example, if I say, there are several matters. There are several matters. This is the noun. Okay, which we need to discuss. Which we need to discuss. This is the, we say relative. It talks about the matters. So this is very, very important. So you can say there are several matters that we need to discuss, or there are several matters which we need to discuss. Just to give you one little issue here. This is called the main clause. This one is the main. Main. The blue one, the one, there are several matters. If I say there are several matters, so I'm talking about issues in here, the main. The supporting, we say supporting, that or which we need to discuss. If you look at it, it cannot stand alone. So if you look at the main here, the sentence can stand alone. There are several matters. There are several issues. Okay, so I have some meaning, but which we need to discuss. If I say it alone, يعني إذا بدأت بالكلام فجأة, I said, which we need to discuss. Discuss what? So you ask me, discuss what? So this one here, this sentence cannot stand alone. وبهذا سميت بالrelative. relative أي لها علاقة بالmain clause. أوكي، خلينا نشوف الجملة التي بعدها. The book I ordered, the book which I ordered hasn't arrived yet. Where is the main structure here? Which sentence is the main sentence? So let us give it a red color. Which is the sentence? Here we have two sentences. The book that or which I ordered hasn't arrived yet. So the main is this one.
Hasn't arrived yet.
Yes, the book hasn't arrived yet. So this is what? This is the main sentence. If I tell you now, the book hasn't arrived yet. So you understand what I'm talking about. But if I just say, which I ordered, you ask me, ordered what? Ordered what? So this is a relative. Okay, so defining clause or defining relative, define معرفة تعرف الاسم الذي تأتي بعده. The book which I ordered هذه defining تعرف. The book hasn't arrived yet. Of course, this is the main structure. Non-defining الغير معرفة gives extra information which doesn't identify the person or thing it follows. It doesn't identify the noun. تعطي extra information. وهذه كلمة extra هي التي تكفي فقط في التعريف. Not like this one. The book which I ordered فيها علاقة which I ordered. هنا it is a direct relationship with the book. Now, look at this. Yes. Paris, which I have visited several times, is my favorite city. Paris is my favorite city. هذه المين sentence. Paris is a beautiful city. Paris is my favorite city. Which I have visited several times. هذه extra. Why extra? Because this clause doesn't explain the city. يعني لا تشرح لا توضح. باريس اللي زرتها شنو زرتها؟ ممكن زرت باريس، ممكن زرت فيينا، ممكن زرت لندن، ممكن زرت أي مدينة. فإذا هنا which I have visited, this is extra. في non-relative for non-defining في حاجة لازم تنتبهوا عليها في الكتابة بالذات. You have to put a comma after Paris and before the main. So these commas هنا في comma. Why comma? معناها this one is extra. Yes. Ahmed مثلا the man or we say let's say where some, for example, if I talk about, if I say, if I talk about Paris, if I talk about the school, who's Ahmed studying in, the school, who is Ahmed studying in, is built to, let's say 50 years ago. So the school is built or was built 50 years ago. هذه المين. Who's Ahmed studying in? اللي أحمد يقرأ فيها. فإذا أحمد يقرأ فيها is extra. Doesn't mean that school يعني مش تعريف للمدرسة. ليس تعريف للمدرسة. ليس كما في جملة the book مثلا which I ordered. فهذه which I ordered لها علاقة defining مباشرة بالنون. أما الثانية Paris which I have visited مش أنا اللي زرت باريس، ملايين يزورون باريس. يعني لا يوجد ليس تعريف لباريس هذا بهذا الشكل. Paris, which I have visited. بهذا الشكل يعني here it is extra information. In speaking تبان العلاقة بالمعنى with meaning. المعنى هو اللي يحدد it. Defining the book which I ordered, the book which is written by Shakespeare مثلا. فإذا هناك كتاب كتبه شكسبير، معناه شكسبير يعرف الكتاب هنا، أو الكتاب يتعرف بشكسبير. فإذا the book which was written by نعوم تشومسكي، هذا عالم، is published, we say is published or is finished publishing، تمت طباعته or بهذا الشكل. إذا هنا عندي تعريف defining، non-defining هتكون extra information. اوكي، إذا حنجي هنا إلى بعض الجمل الأخرى. خلال الكلام راح نعرف منه defining ومنه non-defining و by practice. Okay, now which and that. Okay, this is the equipment. This is the equipment which gave us a lot of problems. This is the equipment which let's say, this is the equipment which made us a lot of problems. So this is the equipment، هذه المعدات which gave us a lot of problems. So here, is it defining or non-defining? This is the equipment، هذه المعدات اللي عملت المشاكل.
It's defining.
Defining, because here the problems are made by what? By the equipment. So the problems, equipment، فالequipment معرفة بالمشاكل. This is the equipment، هذه قطعة العدة أو هذه العدة which gave us a lot of problems. Okay, it is subject about which Professor James knows a great deal. اللي هي it is subject about which Professor James knows a great deal. Yes, what does it mean here? It is subject, it's subject about which Professor James knows a great deal. So the subject here, it is about Professor James knows a great deal. A great deal about what? About the subject. Now, sometimes we have leaving out a relative pronoun. Leaving out نترك أو نحذف اللي هي which or that. This is called zero relatives. تسمى لها تسمية أخرى إذا مر عليكم قبل أو لا, I don't know. We call them zero relatives. Zero relative. شنو معنى كلمة zero? No pronouns. There is no which, no that. You can use the sentence. You can write the sentence without which or that. بدون ضمائر الربط اللي هي which, that, who, whose إلى آخره. Okay. There are several matters we need to discuss. There are several matters that we need to discuss, which we need to discuss. It is okay, لكن it is possible في خصوصا في defining relatives المعرفة. There are several matters we need to discuss. Okay, why we use relative? Why we have zero relatives? Why we delete? Because I'm talking here about the object, المفعول به. There are several matters, هذا هو المفعول به object, we need to discuss. there is no need to prolong. They call it prolong. نطول الكلام. There is no need for this. فيكون اختصار we delete نحذف هذه. It is يعني optional. كل واحد وانتم في الموقف اللي فيه. مثلا if it is speaking, إذا كان عندي speaking situation or a spoken situation, you can leave it. There are several problems we need to discuss. There are several issues in the work we need to discuss بهذا الشكل. So there is no need to make it longer. There are several matters which we need to discuss. هذا في spoken. أما في written أنتوا أحرار. في writing you can say there are several matters that we need to discuss, or just there are several matters we need to discuss. فإذا هنا حسب السياق، حسب سرعة الكلام. Okay, we cannot leave out that or which if it is the subject. يعني إذا كان عندي الشيء المتكلم عليه هو الفاعل اللي هي this is the equipment that which gave us, okay, which gave us a lot of problems. إذن هنا this is the equipment which gave us. إذن عندي الفاعل اللي هي على طول يبدأ ب gave us, not there is no subject. هنا لا يوجد يعني لا يوجد فاعل. لو تلاحظوا في الجملة اللي قبلها في we موجودة كلمة we need to discuss. we اللي هو هذا شنو؟ subject فاعل. الثانية هنا لا. This is the equipment that gave us. Okay. ليش gave هنا؟ There is no شنو؟ no subject. لا يوجد فاعل. not we gave us or it gave us. لا على طول فعل ثم مفعول به. no subject. فهنا we don't omit them. لا نحذفها. فلاحظوا هنا سرعة الكلام باعتبار في فاعل هنا subject ونتكلم عن مفعول به اللي هو matters. so إذا ما زال الفاعل موجود we need, it needs, they need على طول نحذف which with that. أما في الجملة التي بعدها this is the equipment that gave us. We cannot say this is the equipment gave us. This is the equipment gave us. شنو the equipment gave us؟ فإذا قلت equipment gave us معناها الgave هنا حتجي على الايكوبمنت. لا أحتاج أنا أربط بين الاثنين. This is the equipment which gave us a lot of problems. لماذا؟ لأن أصل الجملة this is the equipment. انتبهوا على هذا الكلام كويس جدا. This is the equipment. الجملة الثانية the equipment هكذا أصلها كانت قبل الربط. The equipment gave us a lot of problems. فشنو عندي المكررة هنا؟ equipment فلازم نحذف واحدة ونحط في محلها which. فبهذا الشكل I cannot delete which. لا نستطيع نحذف which. أما في الجملة التي قبلها there are several matters ثم عندنا فاعل ثاني مش matters. عندنا we هنا we اللي هو يختلف عن matters. أما في الجملة التي بعدها equipment هنا و-equipment هنا فلازم نحذف واحدة منهم. equipment واحدة منهم تمشي تجي في محلها which. إجباري obligatory mandatory. Yes.
So for the first we use that. So that's why. Because
for the first here, this is the first. We don't use that. We don't use because we have subject here.
Not this. Yeah.
Matters هنا بمحل object مفعول به. والسبجكت في الجملة الثانية not matters ليس matters لكن we he they أي حاجة أخرى. أما هنا equipment هنا اللي هي الأوبجكت وهي subject هنا subject موجودة لكن محذوفة اللي هي this is the equipment the equipment gave us a lot of problems. فequipment هنا واequipment موجودة كانت هنا حذفناها حذفنا الاequipment ووضعنا محلها which أو that. واضح؟ اوكي مثلا علي look at this sentence علي خلينا نكتبها بشكل آخر بشكل مبسط جدا حتى تفهم مش حتنسوها مرة ثانية. اوكي حنقوله this نكتبها بشكل واضح this is علي. If I say this is Ali, full stop. Ali studies French. So I have two sentences about Ali. Ali, the same person. So to make it one sentence, شنو حنقول? This is Ali. حنحذف العلي هذه هنا وحنقول who studies French. فهنا I cannot delete who. لا نقدر نستعمل الزيرو هنا لأنه حولت كلمة علي هنا واستعاضت عنها بكلمة who. This is Ali who studies French. This is Ali who studies French. Okay. لكن هنا الجملة الأخرى خلينا نغير اللون. This is Ali. I met him last year. فلاحظوا هنا this is علي بعدين I ليس له علاقة بعلي I ضمير آخر met him. So كيف تكون هنا الجملة في النهاية this is Ali. Yes, this is Ali. I met. This is Ali. I met. ممكن نشيل حتى كلمة him. This is Ali. I met last year. فإذا هنا ممكن نقول this is Ali who I met last year or حتكون zero. This is Ali I met. لماذا زيرو؟ لماذا زيرو؟ لأنه الفاعل ليس هو علي هنا. Is that clear? Is that clear? Guys?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
If you don't understand, I can repeat it. If it is okay, say it is okay. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Today the internet is really good because I'm on the second floor anyway. So, okay, now, who and whom? Just to make it, let's say, to make it clear from here, who, we talk about people, who and whom. Who is less formal than whom? هذه more formal. This is the only difference. More formal. And this one who is less formal. Who is, we say, less formal. Who is often replaced by that in everyday use in defining clauses. في المعرفة أو في العبارات المعرفة. The people who lived there had no idea what was happening. إذن هنا people who lived there, people اللي هو had أصل الجملة هي had no idea about what was happening, who lived there. And you can say that. Why we can say that? He said you can use who or that. Normally we use who with people, but that, why we can use that here? The people that lived there had no idea. It is okay, but why? هي في العادة the people who لأنه عاقل. Okay, we are talking about, we say people here. So we say the people. Yes? Anyone? The people who lived there, or the people who live there, the people who are living there, no problem, have no idea what is going on, or the people that lived there had no idea. So who or that? Why? Because I'm talking about, yes,
about place.
No, it's not the place. I'm talking about the people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but why can I use that? ما هو لازم نفهم إنه that في العادة هنا تأتي about, we say اللي هي الجماد, non-living objects. اللي هي we talk about issues which are not human. The cat that, the dog that, the school that, for example. لكن كيف نستطيع لماذا نستخدمه مع البيبل هنا اللي هو عاقل البيبل هم ناس. But why can't we use that? عشان تعرفوا إنه القواعد كيف تشتغل.
Who, it's like sometimes we use it like for person.
Okay.
People.
Say my friend Ali. Can I say my friend Ali that? My father that?
No.
My mother that? Why?
Because
I know him.
Yes, Adil?
Because I know him, but this
Very
people,
good.
I think.
Yes, excellent. This is what I'm talking about. This is language, because I know my mother, I know my uncle, I know my brother, but the people, who are they anyway? So here, I don't know them, so we can say the people that live there.
So we say, yeah.
Yes, that's it. So this is language. So you can say the people who live there, or the people that live there. Okay, guys? So this is not a wrong sentence. Whom is the object from who? اللي هو, and it is used formally بشكل formally رسمي in object clauses. There are several people whom I didn't recognize. There are several people whom I didn't recognize, or there are several people who I didn't recognize. But whom is more formal. You can use it in report writing. You can use it in formal situations, talking to a manager, talking to your boss, maybe in the work or in your company. So this is something formal. Who or that are used informally, we said that, instead of whom, or can be left out. حتى نتركها مرة واحدة. She was exactly the person we. فهنا السبجكت يختلف عن البيرسون. فهذه ممكن تكون zero relative. zero relative. فلاحظوا تكررت الجملة zero فنقول she was exactly the person we wanted for the job. We wanted. Subject الفاعل موجود هنا we. So there is no need for who, whom, or that. Okay? Or you can use it. She was exactly the person whom we wanted. فعندك خيار whom we wanted or we wanted. Okay. How this issue, zero relative, is good in the exam. How we can use zero relative in a good way, in a proper way in the exam. This is called variety. هنا تخش حاجة اسمها الفرايتي. أكيد سمعتوها مني عدة مرات. variety تنوع 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 variety. So while you are writing or while you are speaking, you can use zero relatives or relative clauses. So you can say, for example, Sana was exactly the person we wanted for the job. بعد شوية تقول ممكن Sana was the proper engineer that my manager hired for the job. فإذا هنا ممكن تستخدم نفس جملة سناء في المرة الأولى تقول zero relative. سناء was exactly the person we wanted for the job. وشوية ثانية تقول سناء was the engineer that who my manager hired for the job. فإذا هنا استخدمتها مرة zero ومرة with who or which بهذا الشكل. فهي يعطيك نوع من التنوع variety. So this is a good technique, okay, to use zero relatives or relative clauses. Are you following me? Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes. ليش؟
Yes.
ليش؟ انتبهوا على النقطة. عند نقطة جدا مهمة هنكتبها هنا باللون الأحمر. We have something called, which is يعني let's say warning تحذير, warning from something called warning from mechanical responses. What's mechanical responses? يعني لو نفتح الكاميرا حيكون وجهي لأنه الشمس الضوء في ظهري فحيطلع الوجه مش واضح ممكن، لكن ممكن yes better than nothing. Mechanical happens when you are talking or when you are writing, you use the same pattern, the same sentences, the same, we say, pattern of a sentence. نفس النمط. You keep using the same pattern. This is called mechanical. And in mechanical, you will never go beyond band 6. Inshallah, طير, you will never get more than 6 because there is no change, no variety. Okay, guys? So in this way here, this is a little technique. You can show the examiner that you know zero relatives and you know relative clauses as well. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes. كل حاجة محسوبة في الامتحان. كل عبارة تقولها محسوبة في الامتحان. ينتبه عليها الإكزامينر. يقول he's repeating rules. You are repeating the same rule again and again. So no change, no different, we say, usages. Unfortunately, this will never exceed 5 to 6. And this is one of the issues that you have. That's why we are taking compound or complex structures, relative clauses or participles or whatever. Okay. Now whom الأخيرة هنا is used after a preposition. حنخش هنا بعض الضمائر. مثلا, in the survey, subjects were asked to describe a person to whom they had spoken earlier. هذه formal. In the survey, في استطلاع استبيان الرأي, subjects معناها اللي هم تحت الناس اللي تم سؤالهم أو العينات يسموها عينة، تعطيها مثلا questionnaire أو تعطيها استبيان مثلا، يسموها subjects of the survey. In the survey subjects were yes عادل.
No, I'm sorry.
اوكي، كلمة subjects حنجعلها لها عدة معاني. In the survey subjects اللي هم المشمولين في الاستفتاء، المعينين لإجابة الأسئلة مثلا، سموهم subjects. In the survey subjects were asked to describe the person to whom they had spoken earlier. ممكن تقول whom they had spoken earlier. اعطينا رأيكم أو اوصفوا لنا الشخص اللي كلمتوه قبل شوية. فكلمة whom تمشي صحيحة، أو to whom. كلمة to whom باستخدام what prepositions في نهاية الclose اللي هي a person to whom. فهنا yes في المراسلات شنو يقولوا في المراسلات؟ ممكن عادل you know this في letter writing it says to whom
may concern.
It may concern. Very good. To whom إلى من يهمه الأمر. To whom it may concern. Okay. ومرات كلمة subjects تأتي رعاية. So مثلا ملك يتكلم. So we say that the king addressed his subjects. The king addressed his subjects in his speech. أي خاطب شعبه، خاطب مواطنيه، خاطب الناس اللي هو ملكهم. His subject. ومرات يقدمون الشخص في الأفلام يقول لك my majesty or my majesty مولاي. This is one of your subjects. This is one of your subjects. أحد رعاياك، أحد مواطنيك. Anyway, if you hear the word subject, yes, subject. أو كلمة subject تجي حتى موضوع. Let us discuss this subject. I have no idea about the subject you are talking about. بهذا الشكل. Okay. They were asked to describe someone they had spoken to earlier. هذه less formal. إذن هي نفس الشيء. The survey subjects were asked to describe a person to whom they had spoken earlier. They were asked to describe someone they had spoken to earlier. فهذه اثنين معناها variety. Varieties of the same issue. Two structures. One of them is formal, رسمي. The other one is informal or less formal. بهذا الشكل we move through these things. So today we talked about defining. بس نعملها شوية يعني بس رجعة بسيطة. Defining اللي هي we talk about the important information. مثلا هذه the book I ordered, or there are several matters which we needed to discuss. Here we have to discuss these matters. So there are several matters which we need to discuss. To discuss what? We discuss matters. فهذه معرفة. The discussion concerns matters. فإذا هنا معرفة discussion. Non-defining اللي هي extra information. معلومة زيادة لفقط التوضيح. Paris, which I visited several times. Paris, which Sami lives in. Okay, or where Sami lives in. Paris, where my grandmother was born. باريس حيث ولدت، أو باريس المدينة التي ولدت فيها جدتي. اوكي ولدت فيها جدتي، يعني شنو حتكون الولادة هنا؟ مش حتعرف مدينة باريس مثلا باريس، فإذا هنا extra information. Okay, or Tripoli where I was born. Okay, or I work in Tripoli where I was born, or Tripoli where I was born in is a big city. فالجملة هي Tripoli is a big city. أما where I was born حيث ولدت هذه معلومة إضافية، مش أنت فقط ولدت في تريبولي، ملايين ولدوا في فإذا this is called extra information. فإذا defining المعرفة, this is part of the word. It's very important. Extra means extra. Now, any questions before we go further? Any questions, please? Okay. You are very quiet today, very quiet. Okay. Okay, whose is for possessions, talking about possessive pronouns. أيضا هي relative لكن it talks about things اللي عادة في possessive في التملك. Whose is the possessive form of who and is used in both defining وهذه تجي في الاثنين and non-defining relative clauses. It can apply to both people and things. المهم أي حاجة في التملك. Okay, فإذا the police want to interview anyone whose car has been vandalized recently. The police want to interview anyone whose car has been vandalized. What is vandalism? What is vandalism or vandalized? What is vandalism or vandalized? Okay, when we have riots. Riots بعدها sorry, not it's RI, riots, not A. Riots معناها أعمال شغب. Riots means أعمال شغب. أعمال شغب تحصل مثلا أين تحصل أعمال الشغب مثلا after a football game. ممكن مباراة كرة أو ناس أو مدارس مثل طلبة مثلا يحتاجون على شيء. أوكي. فيحتاجون على شيء معين. yes, riot or riots. riot or riots نوع من العنف، نوع من التخريب. riots أعمال شغب. فهذا الشغب شنو يحصل نتيجته أيضا؟ vandalism. vandalized يمشوا يكسروا محلات، يكسروا سيارات، يكسروا بهذا الشكل. And then the police want to interview anyone whose car has been vandalized recently. Okay, can we say, can we use zero relative here? The police want to interview anyone car has been vandalized. Can we say it like this? The police want to interview anyone. Can we or can't we?
Can't.
Why?
Because it is not
without rules, we can't know which car whose car.
Because this car, the car here, yes, it is connected to what? To anyone. So the police want to interview anyone whose car. So anyone's car, anyone's في هنا تقريبا كانت هنا في apostrophe s anyone's cars فتحذف هذه anyone's فتصبح the police want to interview anyone whose car has been vandalized. Okay? Yes. One of the cars had to be taken to garage. One of the cars had to be taken to garage. So number one, هذه defining الجملة الأولى معرفة رئيسية defining. One of the cars had to be taken to the garage. Which car? Whose wheels had been removed. Whose wheels. So هذه extra. Okay, extra. One of the cars whose wheels had been removed had to be taken to a garage. Okay, whose التي سرقت عجلاتها. whose فهنا تعتبر non-defining. لأنه واحدة من السيارات لازم ترفع إلى الجراج بس هذه هي. الإكسترا information whose wheels had been removed. Whose wheels had been stolen إلى آخره. Prepositions هنستخدم هنا بعض الحروف طبعا في الترجمة تسمى حروف جر هي لا تجر شيئا يعني لا يوجد جر هنا لكن الترجمة هي هذه اللي موجودة الان الأون الأوفر فور إلى آخره ترجمتها لprepositions نسميها حروف جر. anyway جر شنو I don't know وأنا من أنا صغير يقروها لنا أو ندرسها في المدارس يقول لك prepositions حروف الجر في اللغة الإنجليزية. So جر شنو I don't know. anyway وصلت لهذه المرحلة في السن ولحد الآن لا أعرف ماذا تجر. anyway I have no idea. Okay, in everyday use we often put the preposition at the end of the clause to avoid over formality. So في العادة نستخدم the preposition at the end of the clause to avoid over formality اللي هي over complication نتجنب التعقيد. The goods for which we had already paid had to be returned to the factory. Okay, so which or the goods which we had already paid for had to be returned to the factory. فإذا أي واحدة منهم هتكون تحسوها أسهل. Which one you think? Yes. Yes, which one you think is easier? The goods for which we had already paid had to be returned to the factory, or the goods which we had already paid for had to be returned to the factory?
I think the second one.
You think the second one? Okay.
Yes.
Do you know why, Adil, you think the second one is easier?
I don't know, but I think, yeah, because it's easy for me to.
Yes, yes,
pay
because
for.
yes, this is less formal. And this one is more formal. For which more formal. Okay, guys, you have the right, you have the choice to choose this one or that one. So you can use or you can just use the one you like. In this case, there is no, I can't say use this or that, but which one you feel you can do it or you can use it, use it. The professor with whom I attended the conference offered me a research post. The professor with whom I attended the conference offered me a research post. The professor I attended the conference with offered me a research post. So this is less formal. And this one with whom is formal or more formal. Again, this is kind of variety. Yes, sometimes we have something called phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs اللي هي الأفعال الظرفية. So all the extra responsibilities which she has taken on, take on, أو عندنا مثلا look after, okay, look after, go through. هذه تسمى الأفعال الظرفية. أفعال ظرفية. Not one part، ليس هو فعل واحد، لكن مع يعني يا اما يكون preposition او حرف جر الى اخره. ف look after, look through, look in, look up، كلها تعتبر phrasal verbs. So we don't split، لا نفصل هذه الافعال. So all the extra responsibilities which she has taken on are proving to be a worry. She has taken on معناها أخذت على عاتقها. أخذت على عاتقها، تبنتها، يعني حملت مسؤوليتها. All the extra responsibilities which she has taken on are proving to be a worry. إذا كل المسؤوليات اللي تحملتها are proving to be a worry. دليل أو كما نشاهد أنها هناك قلق حولها. قلق معناها هي مش قد المسؤولية بهذا الشكل. Okay. Now, when, where, whereby. Again, here we are using when, where, and whereby اللي هي talking about time, place, and حيثما, or يعني talking about time or place. And defining clauses when and where follow general words for time and place. في defining، في المعرفة، في الجمل الرئيسية المعرفة أو المعرفة. The office where my brother works، لأن هذه where my brother works هذا معرف، is near here. المكتب الذي يشتغل فيه أخي، الذي يعمل فيه أخي. إذن هنا where my is near here. Monday was the day when the results were expected. Monday was the day when the results were expected. Or you can use it for the future. Monday is the day when the results are expected. Means this Monday. على فكرة, what's the meaning of this Monday? The difference. This Monday or this Thursday. نقول this Thursday. Because this Friday and next Friday. What's the difference between them? In speaking. We do this mistake, by the way. Many students, they do this mistake. That's common mistake. If I say this Friday or next Friday, what's the difference? This Friday means, come on, what is the day today? Today is a Tuesday, right? So we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Friday. So after this Friday means 3 days from now. Okay, how about next Friday? Guys, are you with me or what? I'm talking to myself or what? Are you with me? Are you with me or I'm alone in the room here?
No, Dr. with you.
Okay. So this Friday means 3 days from today. Next Friday means not this Friday, but the Friday after that. So that means 10 days from now. Are you with me? Okay, so many students, كثير منهم لما يتكلم عن الجمعة هذه الجاية يقول لك next Friday Mr. Ahmed is visiting us, or next Friday we are going on a picnic ماشيين زردة. Next Friday طبعا هو يقصد فيها اللي هي بعد 3 أيام، مش بكرة الأربعاء ولا الخميس، اللي بعدها 3 أيام. يقصد بكلمة next. No, next you have to know it is not the one which is coming, the one after that. Okay, فإذا this week وحتى في المراسلات التجارية أو في الإيميلز يخطئون المهندسين أو اللي يكتب رسالة أو كذا، يقول لك our meeting this next Monday at 10 a.m. فإذا يقراها native speaker يقول لك معناه مش هذا الاثنين اللي بعده next. لكن لما تقول لك this Monday معناها the one. Yes. If I say this Wednesday معناها tomorrow. This Wednesday means tomorrow. بكرة. Next Wednesday, no, not tomorrow, the one next week بهذا الشكل. Okay, فقط هذه على المعلومة على الماشي يعني. Okay, just to make clear, because this is of Arabic language. Now, where is it? Monday was the day when results were expected. Non-defining. I stopped at the top of the stairs. I stopped at the top of the stairs where there was a window. إذن هنا حيثما كان هناك شباك. إذن شباك موجود في كل مكان. It's not a big deal anyway. The accident occurred at around 4:30 when it was starting to get dark. The accident occurred at around 4:30 when it was starting to get dark. إذن هنا نتكلم عن الزمن اللي هي بدأت الظلم أو بدأت في الظلام. We can use why or reason why to explain reasons. هنا الwhy عادة عن الأسباب. The lack of preparation was the main reason why the project was a failure. The lack of preparation, إذن lack of preparation قلة التجهيز التحضير was the main reason why the project was a failure. Why the project was a failure. هذه why اللي هي زي which زي that زي who زي whom زي whose اللي هي relative، لكن هنا defining في محل defining معرفة. إذن lack of preparation قلة التجهيز، نقص التجهيز أو الاستعدادات أو الاستعداد was the main reason why the project was a failure. كان أهم سبب لفشل we say the project, so فشل المشروع. Okay, whereby حيثما is used after words such as method, طريقة, arrangement, ترتيب, and regulation, نوع من القوانين أو تشريعات. The company operates an arrangement whereby employees can choose their own working hours. Okay, وين هذه الشركة? The company operates an arrangement whereby employees can choose their own working hours. This is called flexi working hours. Flexi, they call them flexi hours. Flexi working hours. Can you arrange your working hours in your companies? Can
No,
you?
we can't.
Sorry?
No, we can't.
No,
It's
no.
difficult, yes.
Yeah, I'm really sorry for you. Well, I'm not working for anyone now. I'm free. So I have this privilege now. I can manage my work anytime, any hour I like. Okay, which gives me the privilege to be the boss of myself. Anyway, this is nice. Okay, yes. Okay, now reduced relative clauses. Maybe this is something new. Maybe I don't know if you heard about this or not. Reduced means shortened, مختصرة. مختصرة أنا ممكن نقولها حتى هي to have a zero مثلا I don't want to go through the details التفاصيل كثيرة. This is the only painting not sold during the exhibition. This is the only painting not sold. Here, this is spoken, هذا كلام فقط كلام. So I'm rather fast here. This is the only painting which wasn't sold. فكلمة sold هنا بمعنى الباسيف voice. passive voice المبني للمجهول. Okay, for example here, I'm not using the verb to be. نحذف الverb to be. في الباسيف voice في المبني المجهول في العادة مرات we don't use the verb to be. يعني مثلا نقول we say the glass which is broken, the glass مثلا عندي زجاج مكسور أنا. The glass which is broken is everywhere. The glass which is broken, okay, is everywhere. الزجاج الذي تم كسره في كل مكان. This is too long. فنعمل لها اختصار. Say broken glass is everywhere. Broken. فكلمة broken هنا هي معناها الذي تم كسره. مش حيكسر نفسه. يعني ما فيش زجاج يكسر نفسه مثلا. اوكي بهذا الشكل. فنقول broken glass is everywhere. لكن نقصد الذي تم تكسيره أو كسره منتشر في كل مكان. لكن this is language. We don't complicate things. We don't use long structures. So we say broken glass is everywhere. Broken glass. So here I'm using yes. So here we say this is the only painting sold, not sold. فكلمة sold أي تم بيعها. فلا توجد مثلا لوحة تبيع نفسها مثلا. So, لكن لازم تباع بشخص أو بواسطة شخص أو أشخاص. فممكن نحذف verb to be لأنه معروفة أنه تم بيعها. This is the only painting not sold during the exhibition. هذه الوحيدة التي لم تباع، لم يتم بيعها. فممكن نقول this is the only painting which wasn't sold during the exhibition, or this is the only painting not sold during the exhibition. Most people who were waiting for tickets went away disappointed. Most of people waiting for tickets. فهنا نعرف أنه الwaiting معناها أصلها who were waiting. الذين كانوا ينتظرون التذاكر went away disappointed. لم يحصلوا التذاكر ومشوا مكسورين الخاطر. مشوا وهم disappointed يعني مخذولين. فإذا نعرف أن هناك action هنا. فلا داعي للإطالة. Most of the people waiting for tickets. أو ممكن نقول the man standing over there is مستر. خلينا نستخدم عادل، ندخل اسمك في المنهج. Okay. The man standing over there is Mr. Adel. Okay. What does standing means here? The man standing over there is Mr. Adel. What does it mean standing here? للاختصار. What does it mean?
Who is standing now?
Yes. فإذا حنقول who is standing. So who is standing is too long. لأنه بنأشر عليه بإيدي بنأشر. So here يعني هنا في اللغة لو تشوفون الموقف مثلا نتخيل موقف. I am pointing. أنا بنأشر في يدي نستخدم يدي. The man standing over there is Mr. عادل. فهناك شخص أو شخصين. Or the man wearing, the man wearing a black jacket is Mr. عادل. The man wearing نأشر عليه. ممكن واحد لابس جاك بني واحد جاك مثلا كحلي وهو لابس جاكة كحلة أو سوداء. فنقول the man wearing black jacket, a black jacket is Mr. عادل. فإذا بدل ما نقول the man who is wearing a black jacket. So this is language. Yes, they call it shortened or reduced. ممكن نختصرها بهذا الشكل. The police officer, yes, covered in blood, suggested staggered back to the car. The police officer, هذا كان موقف من فيلم هوليوودي. Covered in blood, staggered back to the car. What's staggering? The police officer who was covered in blood staggered back to the car. What's staggering? stagger معناها معروف تعرفون الفعل باللغة العربية يتمايل أو يترنح. ممكن بإصابته، ممكن أصيب بالرصاص مثلا، ممكن انضرب وداخ انضرب على راسه. And we use this thing with drunk people. عشاكم اللي هم السكارى. When we say staggering يعني لا يمشي بشكل مستقيم سكران. Because his mentality is unstable. So we say يترنح يتمايل يمشي ما أعرف يترنح سمعتوا بها أو لا. Okay, anyway, so معناها ليس بمشي سوية. فهذا policeman, this police officer maybe was hit. ممكن جت رصاصة كذا قبل ما يفقد الوعي. So covered in blood, staggered back to the car أي بطريقة مترنحة بطريقة متمايلة. Okay, إلى السيارة. Now we have some practices. حنمشي للpractices على طول. لأن أعتقد أنه the more you practice, the better you get. Okay, so anyone who, those who, or هذه كلها بعدين هذه كلها نفس الشيء. Anyone تتكلم عن الأشخاص. I'm looking for someone who can help me. I'm looking for someone who's an expert. إلى آخره. Someone who اللي هو شخص محدد. I think there is something we need to discuss or something that we need to discuss. Those who know her well say she's the ideal person. إذن هذه كلها تتكلم عن الأشياء اللي تقريبا بصفة عامة على أي شخص. مثلا someone who أي شخص يستطيع. Something that أي شيء أو أي موضوع. Those who know her اللي يعرفوها أيضا هنا صفة عامة. Okay. Okay. فالوجه تكلمنا عن الوجه هذه. تكلمنا عليها. Nominal. Nominal اللي هي باستخدام الأسماء. الأشياء تتكلم عن الأسماء. اللي هي what to do, what we really need. الأشياء اللي تتكلم whatever you do. الأشياء اللي تتكلم عن الأشياء. we mean thing. نتكلم عن الأشياء. Thing or things. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay. I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to call. I don't know what to write about. فإذا هنا كلها تتكلم عن الأشياء, things. What we really need is a larger lab. What we really need is a better internet connection. What we really need is a faster internet, we say service. إذا هنا نتكلم عن things. Okay. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you like. You can sleep wherever you want. Whatever, whenever, whoever. هذه كلها تتكلم أيضا عن persons or whatever, sorry, whoever, whatever you want. You can bring whoever you like. إذا كلنا نتكلم عن الأشياء أو things بهذا الشكل. Okay. Whichever is used when there are more than two items. نفس الشيء. Whoever gets, you can bring whoever you want. Whoever, أي شخص. يعني هناك عدة أشخاص وأي شخص تجيبه عادي جدا. So there is no problem. لا أحب أنا الإطالة في هذا البوك. مشكلته شنو؟ المشكلة واحدة، إنه مرات يكرر الأشياء. هذه كلها مكررة، اللي هي when I say whatever, whichever, whenever, whoever، كلها تتكلم عن نفس الأشياء. All of, most of, some of، هذه تتكلم عن parts of the شيء. مثلا there are 3 castles, one of which has Roman origins. يعني one of them. 10 people were rescued from the crash, none of whom was, yes. ممكن none of whom، هذه ممكن نختصرها بكلمة none فقط. None was badly injured. None، ولا واحد. فممكن نقول none was badly injured or none of whom or no one was badly injured. ممكن نقولوا أيضا no one بس. فإذا لا داعي للإطالة بهذا الشكل أو باعتبارها قواعد بمعنى قواعد. no، لكن هي defining and non-defining clauses هي المهم، أهم من هذا الكلام بصراحة. Okay, now we go to the exercises. Through exercises, through practice, you become better, inshallah. Okay, now, number 1 is done for you. I want you to think of number 2. Number 1, there are a few details in this agreement that are causing us problems because we are talking about details. So we don't say what or whom. So you can say that or you can say which, no problem. Okay, number 2. Number 2. It is your turn, guys. Give it a try, right or wrong. It's not a big deal. Come on. Professor Smith. I'm talking about Professor Smith. Come on.
Can say who?
Yes.
Who or whom?
Who or whom? Yes.
Yes.
So,
It's more formal.
Yes, more formal with whom. Whom is more formal, but both are okay. 3. Come on, come on, come on. Students' mobile phones.
Whose?
Yes. Mobile phones of the students. Mobile phones of students. So we say possessive. تملك.
تملك هود.
whose,
هود. شنو هود هذه؟
whose.
هذه جديدة يا عادل. هود.
هود. I said هود.
Whose, yes, whose, yeah. Maybe I didn't hear you well. Okay, I thought you were talking or saying who'd. Okay, anyway, this is new. Okay, 4. There are matters.
Can see that.
That or which.
Yes, that or which. Come on, guys, it's not difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, 5. Did you take the name, address of the person?
Who?
Car you
Oh,
crashed into. Whose car
Whose.
you crashed into. Whose car you crashed into. That means you damaged his car. Anyway, Helen, number 6, is the kind of a student
Who or who?
will succeed at the highest level. Who? Who? Yes. Who? There was 7. Only one college asked me to attend an interview. 7.
Which?
That or
Yes.
That
Which
or
or that? Yes. Okay, guys, don't think in Arabic. Think in English. You are translating. كأني عندي إحساس you are translating it to Arabic. Then you answer me. I think, right? I think you are thinking in Arabic language, changing then Arabic to English. Then you answer me. It is a long route. Just do it. I'd like to hear from anyone.
Whose?
Flat will be available. Flat. Anyone?
Whose?
Flat. Whose? Anyone whose flat will be available for rent in July and August. 9. The official which, yes, issued the report later admitted that its conclusions had been wrong. The official?
which?
Official means official, يعني الموظف الرسمي. Official, a person. That's a person, not
Who?
Yes. You can't say that because we don't know him. هو موظف وخلاص. You can say the official that issued the report. الموظف اللي أصدر التقرير كتب التقرير later admitted that its conclusions had been wrong. لأنه official موظف رسمي وخلاص. We don't know who is he in person. So you can say who, you can say that, no problem. Okay, number 10. There is something. There is something.
That or which?
The first witness said that doesn't really make sense. There is something.
Which or that?
That is better. Okay, that is better. Which is okay, but that is better. That the first witness said. That doesn't really make sense. Okay. Good. Okay, now underline uses of who, whom, which, or that, which can be left out. ممكن نتركها أو ممكن تحذف. The last time that we, yes, so the last time we expected, so we can delete this one here. We expected was to discover a species nobody had previously recorded. So here we can use zero relatives. Number 2.
Delete which?
The whole
Into we were.
the hall into we were led was full of children who were all shouting and screaming.
Oh, okay, say it.
Just a minute. The hall into which we were led was... So is it possible to delete which here? Is it possible, or it affects the meaning? The hall into we were led, into where we led, or the hall into which we were led was full of children who were children all shouting. Can we, or children were all shouting? Can we delete who or which here?
We can't
Can we
delete which, I
who?
think.
You can't delete who. Not
Okay,
which, I think.
guys, just, okay, let's do it in this way. Come on, listen to me carefully, please. I want to say something in here. I want you to feel the sentence, feel the sentence, feel it. Which one sounds تبدو? Don't think about the rules. فوتوها القواعد الآن. Think about how does it sound? How does it feel? The room or the hall into which the hall into which we were led was full of children who were all shouting and screaming, or the hall into we were led was full of children were all shouting and screaming. Without thinking about the rule, the fact, no, just how does it sound? The hall into which we were led, full of children who were all shouting and jumping like monkeys. So, what do you think? Here comes the result of grammar. هنا نصل للحقيقة أنه you have to follow your sense. هنا نبدأ we feel the situation. لما تحس هناك كأنه في كسرة في الكلام، هناك حاجة يعني it makes it little bit uneasy feeling، شعور بعدم الراحة. This is wrong على طول. فإذا هنا come on, help me to help you. The hall into which we were led was full of children who were all shouting and screaming. Is this okay? Or the hall into we were led, the hall into we were led was full of children were all shouting. Come on. What do you think? Yes?
Say it.
Yes, keep it. Yes, so we keep it. So it is okay. Yes, so here and here, it sounds better. The meaning is smoothly understood. يعني ممكن نفهم بسلاسة، ممكن يكون الكلام أسهل بدون تعقيدات. The whole into we were led, شنو into we were led? Which we were led. Which, into which we were led was full of kids. Yes, على قولة الكيدز وسمعنا واحد يعيط. Okay, the full of children who were all shouting and screaming. Okay, number 4 or 3. 3. The inquiry الطلب أو الاستفسار that we set up heard evidence from a number of residents whose homes had suffered damage in the floods. فإذن the inquiry that we set up الطلب أو النموذج اللي إحنا أعديناه. Yes.
Can we delete that? No.
Yes. So we can.
remove that.
Yes. So we can delete that. Okay. The inquiry we set up heard evidence from a number of residents whose homes. Can we delete whose here?
No.
No.
Okay. So we keep yes whose. Number 4. Now good. Now you are better. Now number 4. Quickly.
We can remove who? The person I spoke to told.
Left
Yes.
out.
So the person I spoke to told me that the goods which I had bought online couldn't be exchanged.
Delete both of them. I can.
Yes, which and who?
Okay, so the person I spoke to told me that the goods I had bought online couldn't be exchanged. Good. Yes, good, guys. You are doing well. Five.
We can't delete who the scientist who is in the charge.
The
We can't delete
scientist.
both of them.
Yes.
Okay, so the scientist who's in charge of the project is the one whose opinion matters most. Can we? Okay, so we can delete this one, as you said. But how about who's here?
Teacher, we can't delete it who, yeah?
Okay, the scientist is in charge. The scientist is in charge. Okay, the scientist.
Who is, I think, better than.
Who?
So we delete both, actually. The scientist in charge.
Maybe.
Not maybe. No, it is okay. That means the scientist who is in charge. So the scientist, مثل الجملة اللي قلنا, the man standing over there is Mr. عادل. حولنا كلمة the man who is standing. فهنا نفس الشيء, who is حولت. In charge is the one whose opinion matters. So here we need whose. Whose is important. لأنه الopinion هنا لازم تكون لها علاقة بالone. Whose opinion matters. Okay, number 6. 6. The tomb. تكلمنا عليه tomb أمس yesterday. The tomb that we have recently discovered is the one that everyone has been looking for. The tomb of الضريح.
That can be deleted.
We can delete both of them, yeah?
Yes, so the tomb we have, so we can delete this one, recently discovered, is the one everyone has been looking for. Okay, the meaning is okay. The tomb. Number 7. There is somebody here whom I'd like you to meet. Somebody whose research I think you will find interesting. So?
We can delete
can
them,
remove
yeah?
who?
Okay, so we can delete whom. There is somebody here I'd like you to meet. Somebody whose research, can we delete whose or we keep it?
No, we
Okay.
keep it.
We keep it, good. Number 8. The second expedition, which took place in 1932, found no traces of a city, which was disappointing. الحملة الاستكشافية. The second expedition, which took place. So can we delete which here?
Both of them we can't delete it. Keep it, yeah?
Yes, so this is because هذه non-defining. لأنه هذه non-defining.
Even which was.
Yes, so the second expedition, we don't say took place, and no, we have to say the second expedition, which took place in 1932, found no traces of city, which was disappointing, which was أيضا هي non-defining. Okay, أيضا هنا non-defining, so we keep them. Number 9. The period that I find the most interesting, and one which is rightly getting a lot of interest nowadays, is between 8 and 1000 AD بعد الميلاد.
ذات الأولى ممكن نحذفها.
So we can delete the first one.
Yes.
The period I find the most interesting, and one which is
Keep it.
Keep it, yes.
which is rightly getting a lot of interest, and one which is yes, rightly, and you can delete we say which here, you can keep it, and one which is rightly, and one is rightly getting, so you can either keep it or delete it, but anyway, let's keep it. Number 10, the last one, the entry which wins the competition will be the one which shows most originality. The entry
which wins.
The entry which wins the competition will be the one which shows most originality.
Keep it the first and delete the second, I think.
Okay, we keep the first, but how about the second? One shows.
We can delete it.
Will be the one shows most originality, or the one which shows most originality? Because
both
here, just a minute. No subject in here. عندنا فعل فقط. عندنا فعل هنا verb. والwhich هنا جاءت والفعل مباشرة. No pronoun. لا يوجد ضمير.
Keep it.
إذن we keep it. بس هي هذه لما تشوفوا إنه هناك من يحل محلها، لأنه هنا شوفوا كلمة everyone. شوفوا look at number 6 مثلا. Guys, look at number 6. The tomb we في pronoun. Everyone في pronoun. يعني كإعادة فقط يعني بهذا الشكل. Which I had, I في number 4 pronoun. مثلا number 1 أول وحدة. number 1 أول وحدة. المثال رقم 1. Nobody ضمير pronoun. فلما يكون or هي number 1 الأولى نفسها. The last thing we برضو pronoun ضمير. ما زال في pronoun ضمير ممكن خليها ممكن.
What about number 9, teacher? The second one, which?
Yes, which is rightly getting. Yes, ما هو عندي هنا عندي ممكن. I said you can يعني delete it, you can, but I believe it is better to keep it. You can, but it is better to leave it. مش كل حاجة مرات يعني صح نطبق القاعدة لكن we feel. Okay, yes. لأنه في فوكس على الجملة، في فوكس على المعنى، فنحب نأكد. This is called assertion، التأكيد. Okay, assertion. Okay, خلينا نشوف التمرين اللي بعده. You are getting better. بدأت الآن عملية تسرع شوية. Okay, I think I changed the paper. Just a minute. Okay, let's do it like this. خلينا نشوف التوبيك the penny post. Just to have penny post. It talks about the post, the penny post اللي the postal service. تكلم عن الخدمات البريدية in the UK منذ بداية حاجة اسمها البريد والطوابع وإلى آخره يعني قصة البريد. And this is something like we say language in context. اللي هذا يهمني جدا ويهمكم جدا حتى أنتم. In context، اللغة في السياق وليس اللغة في القواعد. هذا اللي هو يطوركم إنه you have to study language in context. How? By further reading, by further listening, reading and listening. Receptive skills, receptive, you receive data, you receive information, either by reading or listening. In these two cases, you can develop your language skills. Okay, number one is it says the postal service which existed or that existed, ممكن نقوله حتى that, in the UK up to the 1840 was expensive. All charges means money. All charges, yes, that, or you can say which, varied according to the distance the letter traveled and the number of pages it contained. The number of pages. Come on, guys.
Can see that or which, I think.
Yes, which, yes, which pages which it contained were paid by,
By who?
By who received or whoever, whatever, whoever, نقول whoever أفضل. Whoever received the letter. Okay, were paid by whoever received the letter. Something seems odd. Something which seems odd from a modern perspective. Okay, now let's read the sentence again. Read the sentence from the beginning and what does it mean, or two sentences. The postal service which existed in the UK up to 1840 was expensive. All charges that varied according to the distance the letter traveled and the number of pages which it contained were paid by whoever received the letter. Something which seems odd from a modern perspective. So what does that mean? يعني في القرن التاسع عشر, the person who receives the letter who pays, yeah, it's the opposite now, right?
Yes.
Yes, it looks weird. Okay, so yeah, it looks very weird. You pay for something you haven't even thought of. Okay, anyway, number 6.
Who
The
can be called?
person
Who?
who the person who can be called the father of the modern postal system was Sir Rowland Hill. Reforms, إصلاحات.
Whose reforms?
Whose reforms were based on prepayment and introduced the postage stamp. And number 8, we are talking about Mr. Hill. Whose
And who? Owns?
who based on prepayment and who introduced the postage stamp, the penny black. The penny black,
Which?
Who became?
no, penny black, which became one of the most famous stamps in the world. Okay, now I want you to imagine the story again.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so imagine the story again. What was the situation at the beginning? What is the situation in the beginning? Yes, in the UK. First, at the beginning, you used to what? To pay for?
The receiver.
Yes, the receiver used to pay.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So I want to show you something now, just to change things in here. I want to show you the picture or the photo of the first penny black, as you can see it here in front of you guys. This is 1 penny. This is the first issue. And it is the photo of Victoria. You know the Queen Victoria? Penny black. قيمته 1 penny. But now, if you go now to the, let's say, stamp collectors, اللي هم people who collect stamps, it worth maybe thousands and thousands of dollars now. Hundreds maybe, I don't know. It is one of the most expensive stamps now. Okay. Now, Belém, Portugal. Belém, it's a port, a small port. Belém, and this is something maybe for your information. It is an acronym, اختصار for the Arabic word بيت لحم. بيت لحم اللي هي مدينة في فلسطين. And they call it بيت لحم. بيت لحم في اللغة الإنجليزية. بيت لحم. لكن هي بيت لحم. Anyway. Yes. So anyway. So Belém, Portugal. Now we talk about Belém, Portugal. Let's finish. Belém, Portugal, port, or the Portuguese port of Belém.
Whose name?
It is Belém, it's a port, Mina, not whose. So we say which.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, Belém. Name is derived, mushtaq, from the Portuguese word for Bethlehem. It's part of the city of Lisbon اللي هي لشبونة أو ما كانت تسمى بلشبونة. It is the port from which many Portuguese ships set out on voyages of exploration. استكشاف. Exploration. Yes, you can say which or that.
لا.
Exploration, which established it as a profitable trading port, which established it as a profitable trading port, اللي أسسته كميناء تجاري رابح أو مربح. Port spices للبهارات. 13. Profitable trading port. Yes, 13, easy, come on.
Where?
Which? No, which spices and other goods were imported from India. Yes, the Far East and from South America. India, الهند, the Far East, وأقصى الشرق أو الشرق الأقصى, and from South America. The Balam Palace, قصر Balam, the Balam Palace, number 14, is now,
which is
That.
which is, هنقول which is now the residence of the President of Portugal. The residence of the President of Portugal is a former royal palace built in the 16th century. The city's most famous image is the Torre de Balam. Torre Balam, 15.
Which was
originally, which was originally built as a fortress to protect the port. What does it mean? Is now a residence of the president. Residence. What's residence?
مكان إقامة.
إقامة.
It's the place where the president lives. A fortress. What is a fortress? Sarai al-Hamra, for example, the city, the old city, it was a fortress to protect the Tripolian port from the pirates. A fortress. What's a fortress? To protect the port. Yes. What's a fortress?
حصن
or
حصن. Yes, حصن. للدفاع, to protect the port. And number 16. And whose image? Because I'm talking about image here. Often appears in tourist literature. Okay, so this is in tourist literature. Okay, let's finish the rest. Yes, so nice vocabulary. We say residence, fortress, Belam or Bethlehem. Belam. Now we are learning something. So Belam means Beit Lahem or Bethlehem in English. Yes, coming in, commuting, sorry, in Britain. Commuting in Britain. Yes, Research in Britain has found that British commuters spend an average of 45 minutes coming to work, have the longest commute in Europe. So what does it mean here, commuting in Britain? For instance, how much time does it take you to go from your home to your work every day, coming and going? That means you have to drive a car, or you take a bus, or you take the underground, or you walk, or you use a bicycle. So this is called commuting. Okay. For me, going to Highlanders from here every day takes me 2 hours and a half, 1 hour, 15 minutes, or 1 hour going and 1 hour, 15 or 30 minutes coming back. So it takes, commuting takes 2 hours and a half from my time every day. That's commuting. Okay. Now, number 17. Let's do it. So, research in Britain has found that British commuters, yes, spend an average. British people, British passengers. Come on.
Who?
Who?
Who or which? Who?
No, people. Who?
Yes. So.
Who spend an average of 45 minutes commuting to work, have the longest commute in Europe. People, 18, work in London.
Where? Or
No,
which?
people, come on. People who?
No.
Yes, who work in London use public transport most. But outside the capital, 70% of commuters use cars to get to work. A situation that or which. You can say which, you can say that. The researchers say should convince the government to improve Britain's road system. The conclusion of their report, 20.
Which of that?
Yes, that will come or which will come as no surprise to anyone. Anyone has traveled on British road. Anyone who has traveled on British roads at peak times is that Britain is the nation.
Whose?
Okay, that car is king. It says is that Britain is the nation, number 22, where, because I talk about Britain place, where the car is king. What does it mean? Britain is the nation where the car is king. That means without a car, you can't go anywhere. That's the car is king. That means the car is something very, very important. Many people drive to work, do it because they have no other choice. And poor state of public transport is something else too. The report draws attention. Anyway, many people, 23, yes, who drive to work, drive their cars, do it because they have no other choice. And the poor state public transport is something else to what? Something else.
Can see which or that.
Yes, which or that, which that the report draws attention. Okay, so far so good. This is what we have for today, and just want to we say pay your attention to the point that tomorrow we are going to have the advanced, inshallah, something advanced, but with a different flavor. We are going to talk about participle clauses. Participle clauses are the least, we say, grammatical rule which has the attention of, we say, Arabic speakers. يعني the least rule، يعني أقل قاعدة استخداما من المتكلمين اللغة العربية، which is not really good. It is easier than relative clauses, easier than complex structures, but it is an advanced level. It shows you have some control, some variety of English grammar. Please make sure to join these things together, especially relative clauses and participle clauses. Anyway, this is the end of the class today. Thank you for being with me. Please share your ideas if you have any ideas, any comments, any suggestions. And as I want to tell you something, the group will still open, will be kept open. Any suggestions, any help, any further help or suggestions, you are more than welcome. Thank you for being with me for today. The connection was good in the second floor anyway, and we hope that it will keep having this connection tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you, and see you all well and in good health tomorrow. Ma'as salama.